strangers began the battle for $500,000. Among them, the city girl, the football player, the single mom, the wrestler, the interior designer, and the country boy.
I'm gonna win that dang money.
Some house guests kept secrets from their new roommates.
I'm a school teacher.
What grade?
What grade?
10th grade. I am not a second grade teacher. I am definitely a poker dealer.
While others shared surprising truths.
I am the first transgender person to be on Big Brother.
What?
Audrey quickly went into game mode.
Strong vibes.
So are you thinking of an alliance? Oh my God.
I love it.
Female power, baby. Watch out, boys.
Julie revealed the Battle of the Block is back.
Each week, 2 heads of household will be crowned, and each will nominate 2 house guests for eviction.
But before the first head of household competition could be played, a decision had to be made.
One of you will be sitting this competition out.
I'll do it. I'm thinking this could either be a positive for me in this game, or this could be the trip back to Inglewood.
The inaugural battle for power was a red carpet affair. And after a photo finish,
Oh, and everyone is down.
James became the star of the night.
You are the first head of household of the summer.
I'm not going back to Texas yet, baby.
Julie unleashed the second twist of the night.
The BB takeover will unleash new twists into the game throughout the summer. What?
Then, 6 new house guests entered the game. Among them, the cashier, the South Beach hottie, the geek, the poker player, and the dentist.
Welcome to Big Brother.
A surprise guest officially kicked off the BB takeover.
I am Phil Kogan from The Amazing Race. I am taking over Big Brother this week. That's why I'm here.
And he twisted up the game by putting in 2 amazing racers.
Jeff and Jackie have this trust that was established outside the house. I'm hoping it can maybe make them an easy early target.
At the second head of household competition, Jason proved he was out of this world.
I just won the second HOH comp of BB17.
Before the night was through, Phil teased the next part of his takeover.
Davon and Vanessa, you sat out the HOH competition. With risk, sometimes comes reward. More on that another day.
And they quickly decided to work together.
Trying to see where your head was at. Like a specific target or something? Right.
This could definitely benefit the both of us right now.
Phil from The Amazing Race continued his takeover of the game by unleashing the BB Fast Forward.
Davon and Vanessa, you can't be nominated or evicted this week. You each get to take 1 house guest with you,
leaving Vanessa and Davon with a tough decision.
I've chosen to save Liz.
Awesome.
With nominations looming, allies Audrey and Davon set their sights on a target.
I don't trust.
But with no power, they had to get the HOHs on board.
Let me tell you who we're going to have a problem with is Jace. Yeah. Jace is a beast.
And they all decided Jace needed to be backdoored.
You cannot throw him on the block, period.
Right. Jace cannot compete for Battle of the Block, and he cannot compete for veto. You can't give him 2 opportunities to save himself.
So 4 pawns were put on the block.
I have nominated you, Johnny, and you, Becky.
I've nominated you, Steve, and you, Jackie.
And they felt anything but safe.
There are so many people who have gone home because they thought they were a pawns and promised they were safe. That promise has been broken so many times.
You just like shocked me.
At the Battle of the Block competition, Becky and Johnny constructed a victory.
You guys have won the Battle of the Block competition.
Dethroning Jason as head of household.
I'm back downstairs with the peasants, but I really am hoping that James ends up staying with our plan and backdooring Jace.
Leaving Steve and Jackie still on the block.
I still need to do everything in my own personal power to make sure that I win this veto so I can save myself.
James remained in sole power as head of household. and his sights were set on a big target.
I'm locking in on a 12-point buck. It's looking real good right now.
Wanting numbers on his side,
I got my core group of Jason, Audrey, and Davon. If I want to get Jace out of here, I got to go out and recruit and rally up some more troops.
James recruited Meg and Clay into his alliance.
The whole gang's
I feel like we got our
together.
group here.
Austin warned Jace he could be in trouble.
People seem annoyed by you.
They're annoyed by me.
Seem like it.
So they formed an alliance with James and Audrey.
I already guaranteed you, you're good, bro.
It's like us. I got your back, you got my back.
But Jace had no idea he was being played.
Basically, right now, we just need to sell him whatever it is he wants to buy.
After Davon and Clay had a blow-up,
I thought you were one of my closest people in this house.
Yeah, I thought you were too.
Audrey tried to control the situation.
I think what you need to do is just go apologize to Jess because she started crying.
But it did more harm than good.
I'm very irritated with Audrey at this point because I'm thinking to myself, you're trying to manipulate me right now. You're trying to be the puppet master.
At the first veto competition of the summer, Steve picked himself something golden.
I won the veto this week. I am super stoked. It means I'm not going to be the first person out of this game.
Worried about the alliance,
After this blow between Day and Clay, I feel like it's really important to start lining the troops.
Audrey went rogue and pulled in new members,
Thanks a lot, Audrey. I guess you're just gonna pick and choose and do what you want.
leaving James questioning her motives.
I'm starting to have second thoughts about Audrey. Who do you think's the head of household?
At the veto meeting,
I have decided to use the power of veto to save myself.
James stuck to his guns.
Jace, sorry, man.
And after a confrontation with Jace,
I trusted you and you betrayed me, and it's as simple as that.
the target on Audrey's back continued to grow.
You're still sitting here lying to everybody, trying to make it seem like you're not the bad person.
You sound crazy.
Audrey's constant gameplay turned the whole house against her.
All the mistrust in this whole house has all been planted by you.
Your has hit the fan point blank and the period.
At the live eviction, the house said later to the skater.
With 12 votes to evict, Jace, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
With Becky and Shelley in charge,
Congratulations to Becky. Congratulations, Shelley. You are this week's second head of household.
Becky assumed Audrey was the obvious target.
Audrey's going home, and Shelly's on board.
But Shelley had a different goal for the week.
I know that Becky thinks that I'm going to be on board to backdoor Audrey this week, but my main plan is to get rid of Davon first.
Wanting to ensure Davon's demise, Clay and Shelley sought a pawn who would throw the battle of the block.
The only person is John because John is not maybe that strong of a competitor.
So they drilled the dentist.
You go up there on the block with Day. When you do the BOP, don't win it.
It's a tough call. Like, am I going to help these people and keep looking like I'm really bad at competitions, or am I going to save myself to make sure I live through the week?
At the nomination ceremony, Becky put 2 pawns on the block,
I have nominated you, Jason, and you, Steve.
while Shelley put her target and pawn in the line of fire.
I've nominated you, John, and you, Davon. Day, you don't intend to trust me in this game, and so I'm simply just protecting myself.
At the Battle of the Block, Davon's bad strategy
This is the dumbest strategy that you could possibly do for this competition.
made it easy for John to throw it.
John and Davon are doing so terribly right now, it looks like my master plan might actually be coming together.
In the end, Steve and Jason framed up a victory,
You have won the Battle of the Block, and you are now safe this week.
dethroning Becky as head of household. As the sole remaining head of household, Shelley was gunning hard for Davon.
My plan is in action, and we're going to be sending Davon out the door.
And Mama Day knew she was in the line of fire.
I have to win this veto by any means necessary.
At the veto competition, Davon couldn't save herself,
I'm sorry, Devon. You are out.
and it was the dentist who ended up flossing gold.
John, you have won the golden power of veto.
After John denied Shelley and Clay's request to not use the veto,
If you're not comfortable, Johnny, like, just say no.
No!
Shelley needed a new pawn for the block.
I'm going to have to come up with a replacement nominee. Someone who is going to ultimately still ensure that Davon goes home this week.
So she wanted Liz to go up.
I'm thinking about putting you up in place of John.
I'm just nodding my head, but inside I am just freaking out.
But Austin didn't want his ally in danger.
I have complete faith in her word, and I know she trusts me, and that's really hard to find in this game.
So he told Shelley a lie to get a different pawn put up.
I'm just worried that somehow they have 7 people down there and flip this thing and just keep her in there. Unless Meg was up, because then if Meg was up, there's no way Meg goes home. 0.
Shelley just might buy this lie of mine.
At the veto meeting,
I have decided to save myself.
Austin's plan came together.
Meg, if you could please sit up there next to Davon.
Davon started to suspect she was seeing double.
Liz is a damn twin. The one last night is the friendly one. This is it.
No.
And rumors quickly spread that Liz may have a twin.
It makes sense. It makes sense. She's kind of laid low.
At the live eviction, Day had a very bad day.
By a vote of 7-2, Davon, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Allies Vanessa and Austin rose to power.
The 2 of you are the new heads of household.
And they quickly put a couple of bros in their sights. After Julia revealed the twin twist to Vanessa,
Is it true? It's true. I'm freaking out.
the poker player rallied the troops to protect the twins.
I am so excited. I get to know Liz and Julia, and I get to help them through this game.
And a new power alliance was formed.
This could be called with Clay and then your sister, the Sixth Sense.
That's good, right?
Jeff told Austin he was on to the twins,
This is an identical twin.
inadvertently putting himself in the wrestler's chokehold.
If Jeff is going to keep pressing this Liz and Julia thing, it's making him a bigger target in my mind.
With her sights set on James and Jeff, Vanessa needed a pawn to throw the B.O.B.
You're the only person in the house that I can actually trust will do it, because I knew you did it last week.
So the comp thrower Johnny Mac was back.
The head household is asking you to do something, and by asking, I mean telling you to do something. You just do it.
At the nomination ceremony, Austin put up 2 pawns,
I have nominated you, Meg, and you, Jason, for eviction.
while Vanessa put a real target next to the dentist.
James, I've nominated you.
At a foamy battle of the block,
Oh, my Atlanta.
the country boy was a fish out of water,
I love fishing, but I do not like fishing for clothes.
making John's job easy.
My partner's lack of skill is just throwing this competition for me, and I just get to sit there and watch.
And helping Meg and Jason become the B.O.B. VIPs.
You have won the Battle of the Block, and you are now safe this week.
After Jeff told Austin he was on to Liz's secret,
Liz has an identical twin. I think one has a crush on you and one doesn't. Yes, that's why I felt. But the one that doesn't has a crush on me.
the wrestler wanted Jeff's game body slammed.
If Jeff is going to keep pressing this Liz and Julia thing, it's making him a bigger target in my mind.
But head of household Vanessa was content on taking out James instead.
I want to get out of this week with as little blood on my hands as possible. I'm just going to go for James this week, and we'll get Jeff next week.
I still see Jeff as the bigger target this week, but she's HOH, so I'm going to have to go along with it.
Hoping to keep her nominations the same, Vanessa wanted her alliance to control the veto.
Hopefully, either myself, Shelley, or Austin will be able to pull out a victory so that the nominees can't pull themselves off the block.
But after the dentist was crowned veto winner again,
Congratulations, John. You have won the golden power of veto.
Thank you.
Vanessa needed a plan B.
Now what do we want to do?
I mean, I don't know. I obviously have to make a decision.
Using Jeff's words against him,
I love Clay, but Shelley's your mom. Then they take her.
Vanessa and Austin came up with a plan to make Jeff look bad.
Has he talked about Clay to you?
Yeah.
Okay, then throw him under the bus for that. The whole house wants Audrey out, but I need an excuse to put someone else up on the block. Jeff would be the perfect replacement nominee, and now I have all the ammunition I need.
And they put him on full blast.
Have you said that you can't work with Shelley and Clay as a couple?
What the hell, Jeff? What the hell?
I'm sorry, you just sealed your fate.
At the veto meeting,
I have decided to use the power of veto to save myself.
Vanessa put her new target on the block.
Jeff, please take a seat.
Austin developed feelings for one of the twins.
I have a really strong connection with Liz.
Very nice.
But when Jeff had an undercover meeting with Liz,
I know more about you than you think.
the wrestler blew his stack.
What is going on? Why were you guys under the covers together? What's up?
At the live eviction,
By a vote of 7-4, Jeff, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
the salesman hit the doors. Shelley and Liz became the heads of household, keeping all the power within the Sixth Sense Alliance.
We are sitting pretty for another week.
Needing a new target,
How do you feel? Freaked out because I had no idea what to do.
it seemed like Jason was next on the chopping block.
I think Jason would be the best option because you know he would come after this group.
And Audrey helped seal his fate.
You need to target someone that you know for sure has thrown your name out there. Jason. That's the only person I know.
At the nomination ceremony,
I have nominated you, James, and you, Jackie.
I have nominated you, Jason, and you, John.
Shelley clued Jason in to why he was put up.
I have been told that you would essentially come after me, so therefore I'm putting you up.
When Jason confronted Shelley about her speech,
And I wouldn't.
Now I feel like throwing up.
she revealed that Audrey was behind her nomination.
I've heard it from Audrey.
If what Audrey is telling me is not true, I don't know how much longer I can continue to protect her in this game.
With her instincts telling her that Jason knew the truth,
I'm up there because people lied, so.
Jason is fumed. Not just because he's nominated, because I think he believes that I had something to do with it. And to be honest, I kind of did.
Audrey tried to backtrack.
The only person that I can think to target is Jason because of what you've told me.
I've heard that from all of you guys, like when you were talking.
That's a lie, and I'm not going to let you make me believe it.
Leaving Shelley contemplating a new target.
Maybe it is Audrey that needs to go home this week.
At a grunge-tastic battle of the block, James and Jackie even flowed into victory,
You outshined your opponents and won the battle of the block and are now safe for the week.
dethroning the twins as head of household, and forcing Jason, John, and Liz to get in sync with a week-long punishment.
You three are forming a new boy band called the Whack Street Boys.
Audrey went into panic mode.
Jason is fumed. Not just because he's nominated, because I think he believes that I had something to do with it. And to be honest, I kind of did.
And she quickly tried to backtrack.
The only person that I can think to target is Jason because of what you've told me.
I've heard that from all of you guys, like when you were talking.
That's a lie, and I'm not going to let you make me believe it.
When Audrey talked trash about Shelley and her boy toy,
They're so naive to think that no one is going to dare slip them up.
James ratted her out,
She was talking negatively about you guys.
officially making her public enemy number one.
Audrey is digging her own grave.
At a 90s veto competition that was the bomb, Vanessa was saved by the smell.
Congratulations, Vanessa! You have won the golden power of veto!
When Audrey and Clay got into a heated showdown,
You're a blatant liar.
Okay, then their word is at a higher value than mine, and it's
Clearly,
my word against theirs.
clearly, you're wording me right now in this game.
it sealed Audrey's fate.
I swear on my life.
Quit swearing your life and mine, like, dude. I don't know, but do you not value your own life? Like, stop.
Audrey chose not to attend the veto meeting.
As everyone can see, Audrey has decided not to participate. I have decided to use the power of veto on Jason.
But it couldn't save her from the block.
I am naming Audrey as my replacement nominee.
And she became the Sixth Sense's latest casualty.
With 9 votes to evict plus 1 penalty vote, Audrey, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Hoping to earn Jason's trust, Austin told him about the twins.
Do you know their real names?
Julia.
How does you telling me this help you?
And Jason quickly spread the news to Shelley and Vanessa.
So he's told Jason that if people target them, he wants Liz to be saved so that he and Liz can go to jury together.
Austin, what are you doing?
Casting doubt within the Sixth Sense Alliance.
Why did Austin do that?
I don't know.
Is this actually possible? We're going to blow up our alliance right now?
With Vanessa and Jackie in power,
You two are the new heads of household.
Jackie had her sights on either Austin or Liz.
Since she did put me up last week, that's kind of an easy win. She's a threat with Austin, too, because it's going to be a threesome.
And after Austin lied to Vanessa,
I have a strong feeling with the twins.
No, I've talked to Jason about it. He basically said he liked one, didn't like the other.
You lie to me, I'm gonna be pissed.
About what?
The breaking point is now he's lying blatantly to my face.
a plan was set in motion to backdoor one of their own.
You lie to me and get caught, it's over. I don't trust him. He's not okay with me. Like, that's it.
And they got the other side of the house on board.
Final 8 deal. With the 8 of us, and we'll get those 3 out, and then we'll go from there.
Becky and Clay volunteered to be nominated by Vanessa.
If I want to be Becky, it would be like the risk that could get you super far.
With Clay and Becky ready to go up on my side to win Battle of the Block, it's time to recruit a pawn next to Liz and throw the competition.
While James's mission was to throw the Battle of the Block.
If y'all want to put me up, y'all can.
I'm gonna shake your hand like straight up, you have my word, like this is 100% the plan.
So after the nominations were set,
I've nominated you, James, and you, Liz.
I've nominated you, Clay, and you, Becky.
a seemingly perfect backdoor plan was in play.
If by some miracle Liz is able to pull off a win all by herself, I'm going to be taking a swan dive off the top of a building into a pool of blood.
At the Battle of the Block,
Come on, come on!
the master plan blew up in their faces.
James and Liz, you have won the Battle of the Block and are now safe this week.
And Jackie was dethroned.
So I got dethroned as HOH, and that wasn't the plan.
Oh!
Worst case scenario here.
After Clay won the veto,
You know, I really can't tell you how happy I am to have this little guy around my neck.
Liz learned Austin was the target.
He created a giant target for himself. He's also making a huge target out of you.
But she convinced Vanessa to hear him out.
This is the thing, what do we do? Because
I know.
if he goes out, we're down an alliance member.
And this is the problem. He is a voter. He is the vote.
He is a vote on our side.
Learning his game was in jeopardy.
Are you gonna put me up?
Well, it's a very real possibility.
Oh my God, Vanessa, please.
Austin begged for his life.
I will do anything, anything.
Just go figure it out with Shelly and Clay.
Okay.
If you can figure it out with them, like, then obviously I'll listen.
After convincing Clelly that it was better to keep Sixth Sense intact,
Number for you guys. I'm never gonna go against you guys. I'm not going to.
We need that number.
It is not in our best interest to see you go home.
Vanessa needed a new backdoor plan.
Jason's the smarter one. Getting rid of him is extremely smart. Let me tell you, without him, they crumble.
At the veto meeting,
I have decided to use the power veto to save myself.
half of the house was blindsided,
Jason, take a seat.
leaving half of the house completely blindsided. After Clay and Shelley lied about their involvement in the plan,
You swear you did not know.
Also, with the plan, as far as I knew.
No, I don't want Jason to go.
When I call Shelly out and she starts freaking out, I know 100% Shelly was on board with this, and that's shady as hell.
Jackie, Jason, Meg, and James figured out that they've all been played.
Clay, Shelly, Liz, Austin, Vanessa. They're all working together, aren't they? Now.
At the live eviction,
By a vote of 7-2, Jason, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Jason said, "Oh, bye, Lanta," to the house.
Please gather in the living room right now.
After surviving 5 evictions, the twin twist ended, and Julia and Liz earned the right to play as individuals. And Julie announced the end of the Battle of the Block.
From this moment on, there will be just one head of household and 2 nominees.
Previously on Big Brother. With the house divided, an epic battle of endurance began. And after 2 hours of outlasting everyone else, Shelley made a deal with James to keep herself and Clay safe.
No backdoor,
No backdoor.
nomination for me or Clay.
I promise. This is Big Brother, and the words of Boogie, you can bounce checks up in this house.
So James became the king of the mountain.
You are the new head of household.
James, you won!
And the Sixth Sense Alliance scattered.
Worst case scenario, I go home.
Like, we're in a really bad point right now. The last person we wanted to win was James.
Wanting to make a big move, James considered going after the golden couple.
Basically, what they did to us, we're going to do to them.
I love it.
When Becky reported the news to Clay and Shelley,
I think last weekend more than think Bryson did this.
As pissed off as you are, I'm 10 times pissed off.
they tried to throw Austin under the bus instead.
Who do you think started this whole role to save Austin and put somebody else on the block? Austin!
But James was determined to go for blood.
Nominee day is going to hit him like a Mack train.
And at the nomination ceremony,
I have nominated you, Clay, and you, Shelley.
he broke his deal.
You did publicly, in front of this entire house, make a deal with me. So everyone in this house can know right now that James is not good for his word.
I was working.
At the veto competition, it was do or die for the Lovebirds.
I've got to win, or Clay has got to win. This is about our life in this game.
But King James became ruler of the Golden Veto.
I got so much bling right now. I got the HOH key. I got my power of veto medallion right now. I'm definitely feeling like a rap star.
In a last-ditch effort to save the couple,
I have some information that I can give James, and hopefully this information will help sway James.
Shelley threw her alliance member Austin under the bus.
Austin might be making that promise, but Judas isn't making that promise. So Judas might turn on Austin's word.
Have you been under any narcotics medicine?
But at the veto meeting,
I just don't think that we deserve to be in this position right now. That's all I can say.
it became official that Clelly would be torn apart.
I have decided not to use a power veto.
The country boy and his allies wanted Shelley gone.
Really, the only thing I ask is we get Shelley out. Game-wise, Shelley's a bigger threat than Clay.
But Vanessa was trying to slyly push her own agenda.
You don't like the argument about keeping the bigger target in the game, which is a bigger shield for everyone.
And Jackie spotted the poker players tell.
She's planning on something. She was trying to, persuade us to keep her.
I don't see why Vanessa wouldn't screw us again. And if she does, this girl is definitely going to battle. It is time for war.
Johnny Mac saw Vanessa as a threat.
I feel like Vanessa is in Shelley's head.
I'm on to her, and I want to put a stop to it.
And when word got back to her,
You're in Shelley's head. You are going up against us.
all hell broke loose.
You actually think I'm gunning for you and I'm in Shelley's head? Based on what?
It's just the way things are like coming together in my head.
Making Vanessa an even bigger target.
I'm so honestly confused.
Vanessa is a very smart player, but she is a loose cannon. Her emotions could go from 0 to 80 in less than a second.
After Shelley's boy toy was sent back to Texas,
Clay, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
a greasy battle for power began in California.
Oh.
And the Colorado girl raced her way to the winner's circle.
Congratulations, Becky. You are the new head of household.
After choosing a side of the house,
Jackie, Meg, and James are just the people I trust more in the house.
Becky set her sights on Vanessa.
She's pissed enough people off. That's why she's so paranoid. That's why she's so stressed.
So she came up with a plan.
We're going to put up Shelley and Steve, but it's going to be Vanessa.
After cluing Shelley in,
We want Vanessa.
Becky left Vanessa clueless.
It makes more sense for me to put Shelley up next to Steve, and if one of them is to win the veto, put Johnny Mac up.
And then refused the poker player's deal.
I'd like to make some kind of deal individually, you and I, but I can offer in return
I'm done with deals.
Oh, you are?
Done with deals and alliances. Don't even want to hear those words again in my life.
Oh, really?
No.
At the nomination ceremony, Becky initiated phase 1 of her plan.
I've nominated you, Shelley, and you, Steve.
Knowing Vanessa was the true target,
Vanessa's the back door. That's the plan.
Steve was left torn between his allies.
My two closest allies hate each other.
At a super-powered veto competition, the engineer took down his rivals.
Steve, you have won the golden power of veto.
After a conversation with Becky,
What you're saying is I'm not going up.
No.
Okay.
Vanessa felt assured she was safe.
The good news is I'm gonna be here another week, bitches!
But at the veto meeting,
I have decided to use the power of veto on myself.
the poker player was dealt a bad hand.
Vanessa, please take a seat.
With Shelly and Vanessa on the block, Julie surprised the house.
It is double eviction night.
Here we go.
And the Georgia Peach became the first casualty of the night.
Shelly, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
With power back on the line, Steve won his first head of household of the summer.
You are the new head of household.
And quickly made some surprising nominations.
Meg and Jackie, I'm sorry.
The veto competition was a slippery slope. And Johnny Mac snowed his opponents.
Congratulations, John. You have won the power of veto.
At the veto meeting,
You may remove one of the nominees from the chopping block, or you may leave the nominations in place.
the dentist left Jackie and Meg feeling numb.
Since I can't use that myself, I'm not gonna use that on anyone. I'm sorry.
Wanting answers, Jackie confronted Steve, and he explained his motivations.
When you were head of household with Vanessa, a lot of people told me that you were going to backdoor me that week.
At the second eviction of the night,
Jackie, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
the former night was banished from the Big Brother. The house was left divided. James, Meg, John, and Becky on one side, and Austin, Liz, Julia, Vanessa, and Steve on the other.
Sending Jackie home, finally we have a shift in power.
A crucial head of household competition left Liz as happy as a smiley face emoji.
Congratulations, Liz. You are the new head of household.
After solidifying a new alliance name,
Austin's Angels.
Yeah, I love it.
it seemed they had their target set.
I'm like, all right, she's willing to get the blood on her hands, and I didn't put her name out there. She did, so this is great.
But when Becky aired some of Vanessa's dirty laundry,
When the whole plan was to backdoor me, Vanessa knew about that, right?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Austin and the twins considered turning on one of their own.
It completely makes me second guess trusting her and all the information that we've given her.
Vanessa tried to make a side deal with Johnny Mac,
I want to help you in this game.
but when he dropped some truth on her,
I felt like I was bullied at the time.
To blame me for it is like unfair.
Vanessa threw Johnny under the bus.
I'm not entirely sure he should just be a pawn after this conversation.
Really?
Yeah.
And the dentist caught her red-handed.
We were just talking. It just looks fishy.
Who?
You and me.
What do you mean?
At the nomination ceremony, Liz decided not to take a shot at Vanessa.
I have nominated you, Becky, and you, Johnny Mac.
Backdoor in her back pocket.
John and Becky are on the block this week, and although those are great options, I could very easily make a big move and backdoor Vanessa.
Hoping to build a relationship with Austin and the twins,
I've been after Vanessa for a while now. I just haven't been telling anyone.
Johnny Mac also went on the attack against Vanessa.
She like words.
She
So, like,
spins
just
things.
spins.
I don't get the paranoia.
At a rockin' veto competition, the twin doubled up on power.
You have won the power of veto! I have all the power this week, and I can do whatever I want.
And she considered finally making a big move.
I just want to put her out of her misery and put her up on the block. That way she can cry in jury.
But at the veto meeting, Liz played it safe.
I have decided to not use the power of veto.
Tonight, with numbers dwindling, allies Steve and John wanted to choose a side of the house.
We should buddy up and make some type of a group.
With Austin and the twins.
So they made a new 5-person alliance.
We definitely want to work with you.
I wish I had thought of it. I did.
And it helped keep John in the game.
By a vote of 6-0, Becky, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
So when Austin won head of household,
Congratulations! You are the new head of household!
it was time to choose a side.
It's time for me to make a decision. Is Austin gonna play this game, or is Judas? Is it time to betray somebody?
Deciding to keep James and Meg safe.
You guys aren't going.
Hell yeah.
When Austin tells me that I'm safe, I'm feeling real good about it.
Austin knew he had only 3 possible targets.
Either Vanessa, Steve, or Johnny Mac.
Could get ugly.
Knowing Johnny Mac would go up, Austin wanted a pawn.
The problem is the pawn has to come from this room.
So it's got to be you or me.
And even though Steve flat out refused,
I know you don't want to go.
I do not want to go up.
I know. Okay.
it wasn't enough to keep him off the block.
Johnny Mac and Steve, you're victims just like I am. But unfortunately in life, victims aren't we all.
But Austin secretly considered targeting a bigger fish.
I didn't put Vanessa up on the block, but she's still on my radar. If somebody comes down with the veto, she might have to be the one that goes up.
At a Zing-tastic veto competition, the poker player flushed any chance at a backdoor.
Uh-huh. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Oh, yeah.
After extending an olive branch,
If we want to work going forward, I'm down.
I do.
I have no one.
Vanessa considered using the veto on John.
I don't want you to go. I just gotta see where Austin's head's at this morning.
But when Austin shot her down,
If you use a veto, I really have to.
she delivered the bad news.
He doesn't want me to use it.
He doesn't want to use it. Okay.
So Johnny Mac sold out Ostwins and Steve.
We had a 5-person alliance to get you out.
Me?
And when Vanessa confronted Liz,
Johnny said that there was last week a 5-person alliance to get me out. Is that true?
the twin quickly threw Steve under the bus,
It was Steve's idea. He wanted to bring Johnny back into it.
sending Vanessa on the attack.
Say goodbye. You ain't got my vote.
At the veto meeting, Vanessa pulled no punches.
Steve comes up to me, gives me a big old hug, and tells me just how happy he is that I got picked to play in the veto competition. I bet you're even more happy when I won it. Needless to say, I've decided to not use the power of veto.
Liz confronted John on the betrayal.
The fact that you had to do that just really pissed me off.
The rock star dentist stood his ground.
You guys didn't really go out of your way to make me feel safe. Hold the phone, Liz. You and Austin put me on the block. That's not what a good alliance member does.
After Ostwins did some successful backpedaling,
Johnny Mac and Steve were the ones that were going after you.
I'm not mad at you guys. I'm mad at Steve.
Steve tried to explain his actions.
I'm putting pieces together wrong in my head.
What do you mean? Now you're just like, honestly, you just make your seem even more shady.
At the live eviction, Vanessa decided to give Steve her vote after all.
By a vote of 5-0, John, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Moments after Johnny walked out the door, Julie made a surprise announcement.
4 people have been sent to the jury house, but tonight they are all back. And one of them will soon be back in the game.
And the jurors returned with vengeance on their mind. With the 4 jurors battling to get back in the game, the dentist was crowned the victor.
John has earned his way back into the Big Brother house.
But he still had to fight it out for head of household.
It's down to the final 2, John versus Vanessa.
And in the end, he fell to Vanessa.
Vanessa is the new head of household.
Looking to improve her odds in the game,
I love working with Austin and the twins, but at the end of the day, I'm a fool if I don't realize that I'm at the bottom of their totem pole.
the poker player formed a secret alliance with John and Steve.
I think what's best is the 3 of us. Okay.
After turning Ostwins against James and Meg,
James said, I love the girls in Austin, but it's the game.
I 1,000,000% do not trust Meg and James. I want them out.
Vanessa gave the Friendmans one last chance to change their fate.
If James and Meg have some information that indicates that maybe Austin doesn't totally have my back, I'm open-minded to hear it out right now. Is there any information you guys have that you'd like me to have?
But when they wouldn't play ball,
Everyone was under the assumption I was the target.
Like this past week.
Yes.
I was never filmed in on that.
she set the stage for their demise.
How do either of you guys feel about being pawns?
The 2 of us have been on the block like a freaking lot.
At the nomination ceremony,
I've nominated you, Meg, and you, James.
James and Meg quickly realized they were no pawns.
I won't hesitate to put a king in check, and a king isn't worth much without his queen.
At the veto competition, it was do or die for Meg and James.
James and I have been put up as this best friend duo, so we need to make sure that this is the most badass game of hide and seek I've ever played.
And the country boy pulled it out.
Congratulations, James. You have won the Golden Power of veto!
causing a huge blow to Vanessa's master plan.
This was the worst case scenario, James being able to pull himself off the block. Now I have to find a replacement nominee, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
Needing a replacement nominee, Ostwins campaigned for Johnny Mac.
Who are you more afraid of winning HOH next week, Johnny Mac or Meg?
Obviously Johnny Mac.
Okay.
But Vanessa wanted to protect her secret alliance.
I have this side deal that they know nothing about with Johnny, and I can't let them realize I really want Johnny to stay in the game.
So she pitched an unexpected pawn.
The only option that is smart is you, as a pawn. Unfortunately, that's the only way I guarantee Meg goes.
At the veto meeting,
I have decided to use the power of veto on myself.
Vanessa initiated her plan to get Meg out.
Julia, please take a seat.
With Meg and Julia on the block, Julie made a shocking announcement.
It's time for another double eviction.
Wow.
And Grandma became the first casualty of the night.
By a vote of 4-1, Meg, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
The house guests hit the road on a quest for power, and Liz drove away with her third HOH of the season.
Liz, you are the new head of household.
With her target clear.
Put me up there, I understand.
Okay.
The twins' nominations came as no surprise.
I'm sorry, James and John, please take a seat.
In a critical veto competition for James, he was no match for the twin Sassins.
The big congratulations goes to Julia. You have won the power of veto.
At the veto meeting,
It'd be really awesome if you would use the veto on me. And that's it. Use it.
Julia honored her sister's nominations.
I am not going to use the power of veto.
And the country boy's goose was officially cooked.
By a vote of 4-0, James, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
With only 6 people left, it was time to draw a line in the sand.
Time for a bloodbath right now.
And it seemed Vanessa was ready to choose a side.
Now is the time to make this decision and take a shot at Austin and the twins. How can things be done?
At the head of household competition, Steve knocked it out of the park.
Steve, you are the new head of household!
And he set his sights on a pair of targets. After learning Steve would no longer honor their 5-person alliance,
My thing is on the bottom of the totem pole in this camper squad. Not with me.
Austin went into survival mode.
We're at the point in the game where I have to remember that I'm an individual first. I came in this house alone.
And he warned Liz she could be in jeopardy. But Vanessa explained to Steve that putting the twins up may not be the best move.
We have to leave Louise because we have to walk. Julia, we have to. And we have to leave Louise. She's the least likely to win veto.
And Johnny Mac told Steve that Austin should be the true target.
You think Austin's the course to take?
I think it's better for us. You and me personally.
At the nomination ceremony,
I've nominated you, Austin, and you, Liz, for eviction.
being on the block with her bae was too much for Liz to handle. Looking for a way to keep all of Oz twins safe,
If me or him win it, he's gonna put you up. I know, that's why I need to win it, so I save you and I can't go up.
a plan was formed to throw Julia the veto.
If Julia wins, she can pull Liz down, and those 2 votes can save me.
With an elimination-style veto competition,
Who's ready to play ballerina?
it seemed like the perfect opportunity to execute Oz twins' plan.
If we can eliminate John, Vanessa, and Steve, we can throw this competition to Julia, and we are golden.
But when Vanessa convinced Julia otherwise,
Who would you like to challenge?
the twin made an unexpected move.
I would like to challenge Austin.
What is happening right now? She should be picking John. Is this the conspiracy by the whole house? Am I the target? What is going on?
So Judas had no choice but to mow down the competition. And take the veto back to the Imaginarium.
Look what I found. Judas just won the power of veto. And you know what that means? This entire house needs to be afraid.
After Julia realized her mistake,
What's wrong with you? I trusted her.
the twins confronted Vanessa.
I feel like I got played.
By me?
But the poker player wouldn't fold.
I'm not evil. It's genuinely you.
At the veto meeting,
I have decided to use the power of veto to save myself.
it was double trouble for the twins.
Julia, I'm so sorry.
Steve put the sisters side by side.
Bye-bye, Liz and Julia. Nice knowing you. Twin twist is over. Sayonara. See you in jury.
At first, it seemed like Liz was the obvious target.
Keep it simple and get rid of Liz.
Liz can beat me.
But after Julia decided that Liz should live to fight another day,
You gotta stay, Liz. You gotta fight. I know you can. Like, you got this.
a deal was struck with Vanessa to keep her in the game.
If either of you win HOH, I would expect the other two to be the front door. And if I do go up as a replacement nominee, then I'm staying and going to Final Four with you.
100%.
At the live eviction, the house said bye-bye to Juju.
By a vote of 3-0, Julia, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
The poker player cashed in,
Congratulations, Vanessa. You are the new head of household.
but found herself caught between both sides of the house.
I've got Liz and Austin on one side and Steve and Johnny Mac on the other, and it's time for me to choose a side.
But ultimately, Vanessa told Steve that she might take a shot at the dentist,
It's the smartest play for me to go for Johnny Mac after thinking it all through. That's it.
which was not music to the trombonist's ears.
Vanessa, what are you doing? If you go against Johnny Mac, instead of next week being 3-on-1, it's going to be 2-on-2, and we're right back where we started.
Considering keeping the showman safe,
If I'm going to do something as bold and risky as keeping a showmance in the house going into Final Four, I better be sure that the things they're telling me, they intend to stick to.
Vanessa got Austin and his twisted alter ego Judas to make a deal.
What I need is the degree that you guys vote the way I want this week.
Austin and Judas will give you his word together.
At the nomination ceremony,
I've nominated you, Steve, and you, Johnny Mac.
Vanessa made her choice.
This is a game decision, all about what I think maximizes my own probability of being able to get to finals, and nothing more.
Vanessa's plan was to cancel the Rockstar Dentist's encore tour.
Johnny Mac is my main target this week. Unfortunately, I had to put Steve on the block as well, and it doesn't feel good on a personal level.
At the veto competition,
Thank you.
John ended up flossing some much-needed gold.
I got the veto. You're not sending me home this week, you people. Like, one of you has to go, and it's not me. Ha ha ha.
So at the veto meeting,
I have decided to use the power of veto to save myself.
Vanessa was forced to nominate an ally.
Austin, let's take a seat.
Looking to seize the opportunity,
Are we going to go down as the dumbest people of all time in history if we don't break up Liston?
Right now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanessa came up with an unexpected plan.
We're like locked to make Final Three if we keep Steve.
Do I want to just vote Steve out or leave this decision up to Vanessa?
Julie shocked the house with a surprise eviction.
One of you will be sent to the jury house, and we will crown a new head of household.
And Vanessa went through with her double cross.
Austin, I vote to evict you.
It's official. Austin,
I'm sorry, Ben.
you are evicted
I'm sorry, I gotta do
from the
what's best
Big
for
Brother
you.
house.
Sending shoeless Judas to the Imaginarium. Vanessa immediately began to cover her tracks.
I'm sorry, Liz, I didn't want to do it like that, but I mean, listen, that girl, I had to do it for my...
You know,
When Steve took home a huge win,
You are the new HOH.
he decided to nominate his two allies.
I've nominated you, Johnny Mac, and you, Vanessa, for eviction this week.
This week, it actually doesn't mean a thing because it's all up to the person that wins the veto.
Looking to ensure her safety, Vanessa made final two deals with Liz and John.
On Mel, I am taking you with me, okay? I'm taking you with me.
At a Kung Fu veto, everything was on the line for the final four.
Not only am I able to lock up my safety for Final Three, but if I win Power Veto, I'll be able to choose who's going to come along with me and Steve to Final Three, and that's a huge power.
And Vanessa Judy chopped down the competition.
You have won the final veto of the summer.
At the veto meeting,
I'm gonna use the veto on myself.
Vanessa became the sole vote to evict,
Johnny, I vote to evict you.
sending Johnny Mac to jury for the second time.
Bye, Johnny.
You did to Austin, but I have to vote to evict you. I'm so sorry, Vanessa.
It's official, Vanessa. You are the last person to be evicted from the Big Brother house.
Congrats, Liz. Congrats.
I'm sorry, Vanessa.
Oh my God, Steve. Thank you so much.
Jackie's vote goes to... Congratulations, Steve!